And this is actually what they see. So this is what is showing up on Facebook, so we can see what they see. I was pretty proud of that.
Are you experiencing trouble with your vehicle? Is it time for repairs? Or maybe just time for a checkup? We would love to help you. When it comes to vehicle care, you need an expert who will be able to assist you quickly and get the job done right the first time. Don't trust this job to just anyone. We are the top auto repair service in the area, and we will handle all of your needs in a quick and professional manner. And remember, the longer you wait, the worse it can get. Don't delay any further. Contact us today. We look forward to hearing from you.
Yeah. We're live. I'm just doing the commercial. Alright, I'm gonna put us up on this screen. So, get your game face on first. Hello, everybody.
Hello.
Welcome, and thank you for joining us on Saturday afternoon for K2 Productions. We have Adam Sisneros, so if I butchered it, I'm sorry. 672 versus Karloz Chavez, 654, race to 11. Special guest commentator. I called him up 5 minutes before this thing was supposed to start, and he jumped right in and came here, Mitch Ellerman. So thank you so much for joining us.
No problem.
And we are excited. The players are ready to go, so we will get started. They are gonna lag for the break. Bringing back the lag. That's an APA thing. That's what we're most comfortable with here. So I'm going to start sharing away. If you are joining here with us, please also share.
Alright, it looks like Adam might have inched him at the end. Alright. Adam won the lag.
Yeah,
We have
just
a
barely. Look at that.
Race to 11. Is it going to be alternate break?
Winner break.
Ooh, sweet.
I didn't know if you know, actually, you hold the record here of most breaking runs in a row.
Really?
Yes.
I
So
had no idea.
congratulations. We'll get you a plaque.
I was happy I broke and ran a rack.
You did 3 in a
Oh.
row. So that is the most anyone has ever done here.
I feel like Matthew McConaughey. Those are the rookie numbers. We got to pump up them numbers.
Poor choice. Poor choice. They said they're trusting us to keep track of the score.
Oh,
I said poor choice.
we'll be Johnny on the spot. Don't worry. Ooh. A little too much juice coming with the cue ball off the first time and breaking off the head rail. So it's going to be no 2 balls touching with an open table for Karloz.
Which do you like better here? I kind of almost like, just because of this, the 12 ball. I mean, I know for higher level players that's not so much of an issue, but I feel like the stripes are a little bit more clustered than the solids.
Yeah, but when you say clustered, it's just because they're together.
Yes, that is my version
I'm
of
thinking
clustered.
while I'm processing.
That's my version of clustered.
So you got 3 balls in a row, and this is how I would open up the stripes.
Mm-hmm.
Just because getting on the 8 shooting solids, you have the 2, the 4, the 5, and then the 1, 7 doubled up on each other. They don't go because of the 12.
Right.
He opted to move the 13 to open up all the cluster. Now it's just good cue ball
Right.
control from here.
I know for Karloz, the thing that he was practicing all morning is just the break. And I think that can be a lot of what today comes down to, because they're both great players, capable of running racks, especially 8-ball, because there's so many options when it comes to it. And so I personally think it's really going to come a lot down to the break. And we see here, like, Adam missed. Oh, I was about to say, and Karloz is going to run out.
He didn't miss. He scratched on the break.
Right. That's what I mean, yeah. And
So now Karloz is a little out of line. He wanted to get on the 11. Now he's going to have to shoot the 10 and use the 9 and the 14 as like an outlet pass in basketball to get back into position for the 11. Because the 8 has a whole pocket. The 4 might be blocking a fraction of it. Good follow through. But cue ball leaked out. Got a little bit closer to the rail, so it's going to be making cueing tougher.
And he's a little bit off for the 9-ball in the side for natural shape. He's going to roll away from it.
Well, the best part here is you can use top right, go forward, and then the right brings the cue ball over. He decided to cinch it, but see how quickly he shot the shot? He didn't let the cue ball really develop for position on the 14.
Right, and now he's on the wrong side of the 14, so he really has to move the cue ball here for the 11. Unless he's just straight, but he looks like he has too much of an angle. And he's going to actually come towards the 1.
I like playing the 14 between the 1 and the 11 top right. So you come to the top rail and you kick the 11 out from the back side. The only problem is if you hit it firm, the 11 gets tied up on the long rail, which could leave you with a cross side. Oh, he's looking to play the 14 off the 6 and just roll forward. That's a good shot.
That's a scary shot when you start moving balls around, I feel like, because you don't necessarily know exactly what's going to happen.
He went for it. Was not fortunate pocketing the ball and sold found out in the process.
Well, at least he's on the rail. He's having to cue from the rail. Not that he can't, just it
but at their
adds at least
level,
a
it
little
shouldn't
bit.
be an issue.
Yeah. Yeah, you have to understand, I look at everything from my level. So from my level, I'm like, oh,
Well,
man.
if it's a difficulty for you, that should be one of the first
Right.
things you work on.
I actually just started working on my bridge on the rail, you know, because when the ball is on the rail like that, I feel like my bridge has always been very awkward. And what I noticed about, say, like a player like yourself or like these players is you guys really have a bridge that allows you to still cue long, even on the rail. And so I've been practicing that.
Ooh, that one just
Now,
went
see,
to the outside
yeah,
point
that
on these
only
tight
works.
pockets.
Yeah, that only doesn't go here. That is
Well, the
think-
thing I was gonna comment on, but I didn't want to feel like sharking him because he's right here
Right.
close to us, is if you elevate the back of your cue about 5 degrees from your normal cueing stance, it's better for shooting off the rails. So the tip goes down into the cue
right,
ball.
so you can stroke
It
through it.
decreases your chances of miscuing. Oh, he's got the jump cue out.
Oh, he
He's
must
only
just.
got to jump out half a ball.
This is my jump cue, so we'll see how it goes.
Too much horsepower.
Yeah. I'm surprised
Now-
he didn't take the back off of it to just decrease the amount of. He only had to jump about a half a ball from what it looked like. But yeah, I think that the only reason he missed that 7 in the side on that last shot was because he's just not used to this table yet, and he doesn't quite realize that our pockets kind of suck. So you have to be so specific, even on the quote-unquote gimme shots.
It's one of the things my dad taught growing up is you treat every shot the same.
Yeah, not taking anything for granted.
Well, like reading a player bio on Mr. Sisneros, he was introduced to pool by his dad at the age 18. Plays about 4 to 5 times a week. Resides out of Denver, Colorado. And you said he's friends with Joey?
Joey, yep. Joey
Okay,
is actually the
so-
one that set this up.
So now he's got a little action while he's here. Good fundamentals. Good understanding.
I think if he wins, he's going to take us out to that dinner. No, especially because these players don't know each other at all, except for the 5 minutes before they played. Definitely would assume that nobody's going to give the other person the 8 at any point. You know,
No.
this is one of those you have to shoot every time. All right, so drawing first blood, as I always call it, Mr. Adam. Which does affect the numbers down there, the potential for winning. So we had just right out the gate, Fargo says that in a race to 11 that Adam has a 61 to 39% chance to win. So making Karloz the underdog, which I don't think he's used to that, being the underdog.
22% advantage.
Yeah. So I will update it as soon as I finish sharing. I share to about 60 groups every time, so it does take me a little bit of time.
And for you, those of you who know me, I apologize if it seems like I'm talking slower. It's partially the delay from the microphone. So I'm sorry if it sounds a little choppy.
I think it's also difficult to get used to hearing yourself as you're talking. It always makes me a little bit more tongue-tied then. And if you'd rather not hear yourself, you could have this mic, but you can't hear yourself at all. I don't know, some
No, it's
people
alright.
prefer that. But it also means that you wouldn't be able to hear what I'm saying. I'm a little bit more used to it, so it doesn't bother me.
Alright, so he decided to take stripes. Most of his balls go, but they're not easy to get to. So let's see how he goes through his pattern.
Yeah, to me the 13 and the 15 both present a problem.
Well, the 15 goes easily as long as you play the cue ball.
Right.
You can use the 11 to break at the 7 and the 13, or you can roll forward and go rail first to make the 13. But it's definitely going to be, oh, cue ball. Got a little love.
I wonder if he can make that 13 from there. No, I think he's hooked on the point.
He's hooked by the point.
I did very thoughtfully use the word point there.
I had to remember people are listening.
Yes, I've gotten a slap on the wrist from Karloz many times for not saying the correct word on that.
Great shot. Ooh, no love. Good cue ball. Just trying to bump that 13 or deuce or anything. Now he's gonna have to shoot the 11 or the 15. So looking at the 15 ball, you're able to come in, bump the deuce, but not really have a shot at the 13 afterwards. You can slow with the 11 in the side and go rail first and make the 13, and possibly using speed you can bump the deuce and get shape on the 15, but it's a lot of work. He's calling a 13 cross side. That was a great shot, just missed it. So Karloz is getting the first opportunity at both racks and falling just a little short.
I'm actually kind of surprised that he's playing as aggressively as he is. Usually he's more of a safety type player and he'll try to grind out the racks or win the racks by playing safe, but he's really going aggressive today. Maybe he forgot. Because he and I practice every night playing Scotch doubles. Our rule is we have to break and run 8 ball, break and run 9 ball, and break and run 10 ball doubles before we can go to sleep. And so we never play safe because we're trying to break and run. So maybe that's caused him to forget that that he can play safe.
Alright, I don't know if he was trying to bump the 8, but now he has an easier shot on the 1, which opens up the 6 ball. Shoot it with top and maybe roll forward to bump the 6 and kind of bring it down. Just like that. So now his only shot is the 6 ball. He's gonna have to go back and forth. Playing on this table the one time that it's gonna go 3 rails. The long rail the 6 is on, back past this. Oh, he's spinning it. He's just gonna kill his cue ball. Karloz should be favorite to get out from here. do 13, 15, 11, 8, in my opinion.
All right. So now I have the comments up. We're at about 115 viewers right now. Pretty good for a
Sweet.
Saturday afternoon.
Forget college football. And the reason I said the 15 ball, you can go back and forth and it makes it a huge shape cone for the 11.
Right.
Just like that. And now you can roll forward and it gives you good time to just lag to get on the 8.
So Derek Kraft says, tell Karloz to get off his phone. I think Karloz is controlling the music with his phone, so I think that's most what he is looking for.
All right.
There.
And that's why he let the cue ball run down naturally, knowing the 6 ball was stopping him from scratching.
And George Bell did say you sound very sexy on the mic.
Well, you know, I'm just gonna whisper a bunch of sweet nothings like, sweet nothing.
All right, so since I had not had time to update the percentages, now that they both have won, let's see what the...
The one thing Fargo doesn't implement is whose break it is, so
Right.
the advantage obviously goes to the breaker.
Fargo takes its time. Oh, he gained a percentage? Nope, it's the same. It's still 1361.
Alright, we got good traction on the break. He made 2 solids, good cue ball.
Plus the 6 ball now sitting right in the pocket.
Well, so is the 3 right by the side. The only one that's trouble is the deuce.
Right.
But if
Can
you're
you use
pattern
the
plated,
6?
you can use it to get on the 8.
Yeah.
So if he takes solids, it's probably going to be 4 ball, 6 ball, deuce.
And do you play
I
it
didn't
that?
like that. Now he's going
trying
to
to play
shoot
the
the 7,
7?
go back and forth. The reason I like trying to get to the problem balls as soon as you can, that way the rest of the balls, you don't have to move the cue ball around too much. So if he'd have went to the 6 ball, he could have gone to the long rail off the 6, touched the 13. But then the deuce only goes in the side. That was perfect.
That was a great shot, because
And
now he
now
could even
he
take the
can
2
go.
now.
He shoots the deuce now because you're already on it.
Right. Do you sometimes
6.
look at the shot, say like this 2 ball, right? And maybe you're not perfect or whatever the case may be, but you're like, man, I think this is probably about as good as I'm ever going to get for this ball, so I should take it now.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, it was this problem ball because it was next to the 8. He bumped the 14, got good on it. The 6 is also not as an easy shot, but it's blocking the pocket. And if you look, there's 4 stripes at the bottom of the table, the 13 ball in particular. So he cinched that one, hit a little weak.
Yeah, it was
Now he's
very
gonna shoot
soft.
this with low and stun. Try and shoot it in the side, but it does go by the 11 in the corner.
So here, really, it's just make the ball. Because even if you go a
there we
little
go.
too
But
far,
now
you
he's
can
jacked
still.
up, and he's back cutting. It's not a hard shot, but you definitely want the easier one to be for the money.
Oh, well, his big head is in the way. All right.
Alright, he's up 2-1 with the breaking one.
So let's see if he can challenge your 3 break and run record, because that was number 1. And now he's made it just about even as far as percentage goes, just by winning that 1. It's 49.51, so that was a huge jump as far as percentages go.
And again, don't forget what Fargo can't calculate.
Right.
He's the breaker.
Right. That's actually a really good point. I had not ever really thought about that, before. I also think that potentially,
Alright, so now he's got the break dialed in. He made 2 more balls. 1 of each suit. Nope, excuse me, 3 balls. 2 stripes, 1 solid. And it looks like solids.
oh, here, sorry.
Wow. No duck for an opening shot. So you gotta thin the 10 in the side, the 9 in the corner, or the 5 ball.
I also think that there's a little bit of a difference that Fargo doesn't account for when you're playing and you're putting in, score, whatever it may be, 8 ball versus 9 ball versus 10 ball, and I mean, maybe it doesn't make that much of a difference, but like I beat Junior Carasosa because I won 9 combo 3 times. That doesn't mean I'm better than Junior Carasosa.
Missed the opening shot. Leaves an open table for Adam.
Yeah. But the 10 ball is now a little bit awkward. So here now I prefer solids if you can, just because of the placement of that 10 ball.
Well, it depends on how likely this 14 goes by the 4. He can roll forward, get natural shape on the 10, but it's not a shot you want to shoot all the time for the money.
Mm-hmm. Oh, we're up to 150. Thank you guys for joining us today here at K2 Productionz in Phoenix, Arizona. If you have not already, please go to our page and like and follow. Then you can get notifications every time we go live.
Alright, he hit it with a good enough speed to
that's
bump
good.
the 1.
Shoot the 10 all the way
And
down
that's
now.
what a lot of bar table 8 ball is. Not necessarily playing bump shape, but using them to catch the cue ball so they lose momentum.
Right.
Especially on diamond tables because of how lively the rails are. Ooh, touch the rail going in on these
Really
tight
high
pockets.
up too, on like the 3rd diamond, so you're not going to get there.
Alright, so he's straightening on the 7 ball. That's going to start his run.
Caitlin, if you stop by, yes, we can play scotch doubles after they are done. Caitlin and Adam are going to play me and Karloz some scotch doubles after.
Nice.
Just for fun. We're not going to stream or anything, but just, we might stream but no commentary, just so that.
Just look at the hubby and say we're going to parlay the wings.
A lot of people like your voice, Mitch.
Oh, stop.
They say, oh, you sound ripped.
Yeah, I'm ripped alright.
Not your
freaking
jeans.
Cardboard box.
I was going to say that. Not ripped your jeans, but.
Made me do my Chris Farley from Tommy Boy last night. Yeah, which way's the weight room?
I do believe that that is an extension that we have acquired here. That is not ours, but
Oh, that's awesome.
people like to leave their stuff here. And we always tell people, but sometimes it takes them weeks or months before they come and get their stuff. So we always end up with lots of fun accessories.
Alright, so as it looks from this camera angle, the 1 might go. But again, it's all about speed
about
and trust in your aim.
3 on the side.
No, that's absolutely a good shot. I'm just throwing out options.
Right, yeah. But yeah, if you're going to shoot that 1, you have to shoot it perfect, I feel
and
like.
the 3 ball, the reason it's a good shot is the 5 ball stops it from scratch. And so even if you hit the 5, you just don't want to hit the right edge of it and send it towards the 10, 11. Kind of like that.
So don't do that?
Easy to say after the fact, but so now he's got to play top, pair of right. The right's gonna make it climb towards the center of the table, shoot the 5 ball, and you're gonna have to stun into the 11, and the 11's gonna do what I like to call catch the cue ball. So it stops it from moving too much. Oh, you juiced it. Yeah, see.
Yikes.
You hit that ball kind of firm on your own table. You have these shape cones to come into, and on a bar table you have to keep your practice strokes about half the speed of your final stroke. It's the same thing I tell anybody who's taking a lesson that's watching. If you're going to shoot the final stroke at the speed of 5 on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being firm, practice it 2 or 3 so you are always accelerating through the ball. You don't want to go quick and then slow down and decelerate through the shot.
I mean, at least you didn't leave him anything super fantastic here. I mean, I know he can cut that 9 into that top right pocket, but then you come away from all the balls you need to, so you'd have to go to the rail and come back.
Yeah, but the 15 ball's on the table as well. He can shoot the 15, but he doesn't have a shot after that. He could be on the right rail, closest to Karloz, or on that side of the table, cut the 9 in, but it doesn't promise you a shot at the 10 or the 11. Is he playing safe?
Safe is what it is. Oh, a kick.
He's kicking the 10. And he made it. Good shot. Now he's going to play the 9 ball up top.
He's wearing a button-up shirt. I know that's a funny thing, but I noticed. But to me, like, anytime I've tried to wear something like that and then I play, I feel like when I bend down, it's like, it's just not comfortable. You gotta wear, like, loose-fitting clothes.
I'm built for comfort, not speed. Every time you see me, it's shorts and a tee. But like he said, he's got dinner plans later.
Right.
Ooh, tried to hit it firm.
You cannot do that on this
So
table.
notice
unless you hit it like dead.
Each player's hit a ball firm. Their accuracy is decreased. So pay attention to their pre-shot routine and see how it affects the outcome.
Yeah, on this table, I've noticed as a trend for anybody shooting, if they shoot a ball with speed with top, because they have the angle or whatever it is, they tend to be more accurate and can make the ball. The second
Because
that
when you have top, you're hitting a ball with natural roll.
Yeah, the second
center,
you go to
the second
to
you
low,
go below center, it induces skid on the cue ball, which then translates to the object ball. He hit that ball good. All right, he's gonna take a 3-1 lead and be breaking.
Yeah, so I've noticed that, and it doesn't matter your skill level. If you're a 1, a 2, a 10, the second that you get down to use low, your accuracy drops. I want to know what percentages are on that, but a lot. That's percentage a lot.
Alright, so we got a 3-1 lead going to 11.
And now, just like that, he takes the lead in Fargo as well. 59-41. Oh, well, yeah. Solid point. Wow, a dry break. That's the first one. First one today.
Alright, so solids look like the way to go just because the 14's tied up with the 5 and the solids are blocking.
You're
most
not
of the
worried about that
pockets.
10 ball blocking the 7 or the 1?
No.
Oh, you know what? Yeah, the 1 goes and then the 7
You can
go
actually
in
shoot
the side.
the 7 right now. And when you shoot shoot the 1, you can draw it back a ball length and shoot the 7 here past the 15.
Mm-hmm.
But the big one is the 14 and the 5.
Caitlin says that Adam always looks dapper for his, she said marches, but I'm pretty sure she means matches. Dapper is a...
Dapper for his matches.
Yes, it's dapper. So, as I'm sure everybody here knows, I don't think he wanted that 2 to go in.
I mean, tomato.
Because he
He's
has
on
the
the
4.
4 right now. The only thing it would have helped with is being able to block a pocket. Then the 2 ball blocks that pocket. The 5 ball blocks the 14. So the only thing with stripes is shooting the 12 ball slow at top. Then you can get on the short side of the 14 and cut it in the corner where the 2 ball just fell.
Right.
That's the reason he'd want it to stay up.
Right. Hello, Joey Ryan. What's up?
Oh, Joey Ryan in the house.
Yes. Thank you for lending us your friend for the day. We appreciate it. Is he trying to make the 5 right now?
That was a tight gap. I don't know if I would have slow rolled
Spin.
without
You gotta
looking
put
at
spin,
it.
don't you?
Yeah, but I'm seeing the shot on the 4. He's just blocking the pocket. See if the 5 ball didn't hop on the side rail, it would have been a better shot. Now Karloz can counter punch and play safe.
This is the first safety of the entire games.
And it's not going to favor Adam here, it looks like, unless he comes with another great shot. You'd have to kick, go bottom rail, high side of the 5.
But he gave up a shot now.
Well, the 5 ball blocks the 12 ball, the 13 doesn't really have a pocket. He's got to shoot this ball jacked up and then not really know what ball to shoot next. He hit it with good speed. Brought the cue ball out of center table.
So a quick side story. Karloz is Mexican. I don't know if you know that. And
Oh, really?
yes, from Mexico, Mexican even. Actually, not even a U.S. citizen.
Oh,
And I'm white. And we all the time make jokes about Mexican versus white because Spanish, English, whatever. Caitlin used the word dapper. I used that word the other day, and he looked at me like I was an alien. And he was like, why are you using white words? I don't understand what you're saying with those white words. So that's just nice, forcing him into a jump shot here.
yeah, but I don't know. We'll see what the outcome is.
Did he
So
say
he's
what
got a-
kind of jump cue he has? No.
No, he's got a Q-Tech in his hand. He has a BK Rush, an aerial Carmelli playing cue like a guy I know, and it looks like he has a Go carbon fiber shaft.
See, that's why I hired you. You can see Karloz is also looking, leaning over in his chair.
Yeah, he's looking for clarification on what ball he's calling,
Yeah.
and now he's doing his best to watch the hit.
I'm just laughing at him the way he's dancing around in his chair.
Well, that's like holding pizza around a puppy. You just don't do it. No, I'm just kidding. Alright, so now he's going to have shape on the 10 ball. The 12's there. I think he's favored to get out from here.
Yes, Corby, Karloz is Mexican. Don't tell him. It's a secret. It's actually funny because he's got 4 nieces and nephews, and they all call him Charlie. Cars. They all call him Charlie, but they're all Mexican, but they call him Charlie, even though his name is Karloz, which I learned Charlie is the English version of Karloz.
Beverly Hills Cop could have taught you that. Uh-oh.
Oh, gonna
So
force
cue ball
himself to
touching
do
the
it.
1 a little thick. Now he's forced to play a 13-12 combo.
Or jump.
No,
No?
only if you're
I
mad
just
at your
like
money.
I just like to jump. I didn't say I was good at it. I just like to do it.
White man can't jump.
It's a good thing he's Mexican.
All right, we want to see a Mexican.
Let's see if he Mexican or Mexicant. Now, my nickname is Combo Kalen. So, if he makes this, it's because I taught him how.
You know what my nickname is?
Moscone Mitch.
No, it's never miss a meal much.
Never miss Mitch?
No, never miss a meal.
I heard you, but I'm trying to make it positive.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
So
He hit it
cut
too
the
thick.
13 thick, hit the rail early, but here's the good part, is the 8 ball has maybe the 11 to go by, which is what he's looking at right now. So me personally, I like playing the 1 ball last to get on the 8. The reason why is because you can go forward 3 rails and where it's a mirror image, so if you go forward with top right.
You can show us here if you want.
Oh, I don't trust myself using this thing. Okay, so he opted to play the 7. Okay, yeah, I like this. Roll forward, cut the 6 all the way down, use top right, go 2 rails.
You don't like drawing it backwards and this way with the cue ball and shooting it in the same. Well, then you have no shot on the 8.
Yeah,
so
it's the
that's,
cue ball. No,
yeah.
if he stays off the rail and gets here.
So Mitch is saying if he gets about here, then you're saying he could
You
shoot
have
it.
angle to draw and go
Got
2
it.
rails. Oh, he pumped the
Oh.
6 out.
I don't like
This is
'cause
perfect.
You do? Oh, because is he going to
So
shoot it in
now
the
he's
side?
going to cut and bump the 11 and 9.
So the cue ball. You're saying cue ball comes
Actually,
this way.
I'm going to look at the table instead of the screen. Yeah, if you shoot the 6 ball soft with top left, you hit the right side of the
You're
11.
going to come right here.
The 8 ball comes up in either one of these 2 top corner pockets.
Gotcha. That's risky. In
No.
my opinion.
No, because the cue ball's getting caught by the 11 ball. You just need to make sure anytime you're playing bar table 8 ball, you're sending one mass into another mass, that it has enough speed to not be froze to it afterwards.
Right.
So knowing that it's going to float there, you want to hit it with just a hair more
A
pace
little
than
bit more
floating.
speed, right? Because you don't want to just lay on the
He's going
9.
to draw with low row, right? Oh, wow. Yeah, I didn't like that. He might
but
have
he-
got away with it.
Oh, wow.
It looks like it might go. Yeah, I didn't like that because, see what I mean? He went into a ball, but he went into it softly.
Right.
And then he didn't know if the shot went. I mean, he's calling it, so it probably goes. But
I don't like being that close to my work, as it were. You know.
same thing you said about shooting off the rail. You gotta do what you don't like.
Look, there's a lot of things I don't like that you.
We all don't like going to work. We gotta go to work.
I have no idea how many things I need to work on.
Tell Nick there's a lot of Mondays. Alright. Lightly stretched up.
He is. I feel like he's wiggling.
Good shot.
Wow.
Good shot.
I felt like he was really wiggling there, though. He didn't really like the shot.
Wow. Thanks, Joey. I appreciate it.
All right, so let's change here. I mean, it's really, at this point, it's 50-50 now. Literally 50-50.
Yeah, but again, in the advantage
Without,
is to
yeah,
the
that he's
breaker.
breaking, right. Actually, technically, yes, because he is 50.2. So he does have the slightest of an advantage.
Hit that break really well. Cue ball stop, made the 5 ball to 14. But the 3 and the 12 are tied up, the 6 and the 15 are tied up. So it makes...
So when I look at this, I'm like, this is the problem. Oh wait, not that one. This whole area, that's a problem.
No, because hear me out. You can shoot the 4 ball right now as a punch shot.
Oh, and
punch into the side rail, it breaks the 6 out. And again, using my rule of not going into the balls lightly,
right.
You move it enough to where if you touch the 6, you shoot the 7 or the deuce once it comes out far enough.
And actually, once you move that, then the 3 ball does go in that pocket.
Exactly. And that's the route he's choosing.
It's like you know how to play this game.
I've played once or twice.
Yeah, I'm impressed.
Oh, so he cued it with right.
All the way into the ball.
And the cue ball reacted in a way he didn't think. I would have punched it with center, half a below center ball. That way the right doesn't get thrown on because the right climbs away from the object ball and then hits the rail and then it bites again. So when you're adding English on touch shots, try and pay attention to angles and utilize killing a ball using the y-axis, hitting it center ball, and just maneuvering the tip around the cue ball. So again, center and top, give it natural roll. Anything below center hesitates the cue ball going forward.
So what I think his plan now is, and tell me if you think I'm right. So I think he's going to shoot the 3 here and just roll up with the cue ball here to shoot the 6.
No, it doesn't go by the 10.
You don't think so?
This is your table. You don't know how much of the pocket the 10 ball takes up. And the pocket's already tight to begin with. Like, look how far the 10 ball is off the rail.
That's true.
So these are 3 7/8 into the pocket.
Right.
Ball's 2 1/4 inches in diameter, and the 10 ball's blocking half a pocket. So you have an 1 3/4 inches
to make a 2
to make a
ball.
See, and that's the cool thing about knowing your equipment. So he has enough to jack up, draw it with left, but I don't think he can stroke it hard enough to bump the 15 and get under the 6. And this is the part about getting to your problem balls early. And all of it came with that first shot.
So I was just going to say the very first shot, and he's trying to almost play recovery ever since. There's a white noise, sounds like running water. I don't know where it's coming from.
It's probably me breathing.
This is I'm gonna go. Oh, so you guys can see his fancy shape here.
Oh, what a great try.
No love. No love.
Now he's just gotta hope to kick, and not give up ball in hand.
Yeah, this is
And this is 8-ball, folks. You don't get in line, you don't do your breakouts. There's so many other landmines about your opponent's balls being in play that make it tougher for you.
And you know what? That's I've noticed. So there's a drill where you just like throw 3 balls out on the table, and then you run out 3 balls. And once you're doing that consistently, you throw out 4 balls and you run. So I can do that until you put other balls on the table. So that's another thing that I like to work on, is I do a 3 or 4 ball run, but I put other balls, like you're saying, put the landmines out. like I'm really good at 9-ball because you run them and there's not so much more traffic on the table. But 8-ball, there's
Something
traffic.
tells me the things that you gotta work on is similar to Carlos's honey-do list. Alright, so he's calling us side pocket.
Is he like Z kicking it?
Oh yeah, he's gonna kick, bank, and shit it in off the 13. Pardon my French. Good speed, good contact. Look at that.
Oh,
Man, I'd have been jumping up like a cheerleader if he made that
the game
ball.
was over at that point if it went in.
Guy after my own heart, sitting there shooting circus shots. I love it.
That was an amazing
That was
shot.
creative.
And I think it would have gone if it wouldn't have grabbed the
Yeah, if it
baseball.
didn't touch the ball, it had a good shot. Alright, so Karloz letting his cue ball get away from him a little bit. Excited to be back at the table. The
Right.
13 looks like it barely goes by the 8. If you shoot to the short rail, the pocket.
I feel like that's what he's looking at right now too, seeing if
Yeah,
it goes.
but you don't even need to. You got angle to shoot the 12. You come 1, 2, and shoot the 13 over here. Just like that. That way you don't question it. And
We
then
did
either
put an
ball gets you
earpiece
on the
in
8.
Karloz, so you're coaching him. I'm just kidding, guys. Don't take it serious.
Alright.
I just always like it when at any time we do that, when
Good
we do a
stroke.
commentary and then they do exactly what you say. Always makes you feel good. More often for me, it's they do the exact opposite of what I say, but
Yeah, but I'm giving the left-hander version,
So
so he's
am I.
not going to listen.
yeah, I'm also a lefty, so it makes a big difference.
Alright, so let's see how quickly he shoots this 9-ball. Pay attention to the pre-shot routine. Only took about 1.5 practice strokes. Cinch the ball, let the table do the work. And he's straight in.
Hello, Jay.
So he's up 4-2 and breaking.
Jay says hello.
Hello,
Bisuko.
hello.
We're still waiting for Jay to come over here and play, but she says we're not cool enough because we don't have a hot tape. Yeah, so there's been a couple times when we've tried to get Miss J out here to play in some of these matchups that we've had, and she always says she's too good for the 7-footer. Jay and I actually played Scotch doubles together once. It was really fun.
Dry break number 2. Makes the opening shot look like the 3 in the side, which bumps to 1 and gets you under the 7 depending on the speed.
Yeah, the 4 is also a little bit of a problem child over there.
Well, that's what he's looking at, seeing if it went by the 15. But the way Karloz is breaking, you really have to do what the table gives you. It's either shoot the 2 in the side or the 3 in the side.
Well, look, I called Jay out enough times. She said she will come and play.
Good shot, good
Very
follow
nice.
through. He's under the 7.
Oh no! Oh, it's okay.
Alright.
The 5 will still go, and then the 1 could go after.
Right now, he's
But you have to shoot the 7 now,
navigating,
kind of, don't you?
seeing about the 7 ball. Not necessarily, because the 4 ball goes by the 15. He can shoot the 4 ball, slide, and if the cue ball bumps the 10, it's okay, because the 7 goes a table in either corner pocket.
So he
And
has
again,
options.
guys, I apologize. I'm hearing myself talking the delay from the headset. I'm not really talking slow. Okay, so he's shooting the 7 ball. Great shot.
Beautiful shot.
Little love bump, but now he's jacked up, slow rolling to 1 of the 5.
I don't think, because we're right down the barrel here, I don't think that the 1 goes, the 5 goes, and then
But
of course the
I
1.
can see the gap between the 1 and the 5, so it's kind of like an illusion. But
Oh,
yes,
okay.
the 5 ball's the better ball to shoot.
Yeah, Joey says it's really hard to talk with the delayed feedback. And I've found that as well. It took me a long time of talking and ignoring hearing myself to get used to talking with the headset. And it's just like a half a second delay, which makes it sound, you're like question what you're saying as you're saying it.
Okay, so he's gonna shoot the 6 ball. Does he get shape on the 4 or slow roll it and shoot the deuce next? Okay, so slow rolling him is out of the question. Did he shoot the 4? Looks like the deuce.
He made a
roll forward for the
he made a
1.
noise. He went, so
Well,
I
he
think that
realized
was-
he punched it, and
Right.
the rails are lively. These diamond tables have really switched up a person's dynamic on how they play. I grew up playing on a goal current. When you play rotation and hit a ball, it's almost like throwing a baseball into a mitt. You hit everything with a little bit of pop. But as sensitive these diamond tables have become, it's like playing a controlled game of pinball. So you really dilute how hard you hit a ball. So look, he had to accelerate a good amount. Unfortunately, he scratched. So now, anytime he's had to follow through and hit a ball firm, it has not worked out for him. And that a lot of it is getting used to the table. It's very tight, tough to play on. So take that into consideration. I actually like shooting the 11 ball first, just so you don't have to elevate and shoot a hard shot. Okay, he's loving his cue position. So now...
He learned that from you.
Well, at least somebody listened.
Mitch came over 2 weeks ago.
2
or
weeks
so,
ago.
and gave Karloz a lesson. I actually was going to ask you because I asked him, and so I'm curious. If you're giving a lesson, do you think it's harder to teach someone, say that's my skill level, a newer player, because I've only been playing for almost 2-3 years, or do you think that it can sometimes be tougher to teach someone such as Karlos's level because they feel like they already know it?
Not necessarily. 1, it depends on the teacher. 2, it depends on the person. A person that's coachable is more likely to learn and take instruction well, versus I'm going to be able to explain things in a number of ways that's palatable for you to consume, and then I'm going to show you the door, you got to walk through it.
Right.
So you only get back what you put in. If I show you 1 hour and you only hit balls 1 hour that week, that's your fault.
Right.
That's like me playing Nick the other night. He tortured my culo over at Main Street. And I mean, I haven't played no 10 ball.
Right.
I played nothing but 1 pocket for like the past year and a half.
Right.
It's not an excuse. It's my fault for not being ready to play 10 ball. And that's the part where I got mad. I kept asking him to play because I'm thinking eventually I'm going to get stroked, but that wasn't the case.
Right. And the reason that I ask is because I remember, like, my very first lesson ever. I was a pretty new player. I was a 3 in the APA. Didn't know what Fargo was or anything like that. And my very first lesson was, this is top, this is center, this is bottom. And it was literally...
See, he wanted to
I didn't
punch
like
over,
that.
shoot the 14 in the same pocket, but he jumped up as he
Yeah.
shot it. So hence the outcome isn't what he wanted.
Yeah,
Now,
that's tough.
I mean, you can let your stroke out and play that game of pinball I was talking about. Rifling it into everybody watching the low right corner. Let the cue ball go 5 rails. It'll go first diamond, middle diamond, just past the scratch in the
Here,
side
so
pocket.
if we go here,
Here,
show
let
me
see.
and I will do it.
Here, let me see it.
So this is straight line, so just click and draw.
So we go here, 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 whoa, here, here, and up.
Oh.
So it actually makes it a big shape cone the second you get above the 50-yard line.
Oh, that is what he was
hit it
trying, but he hit it
softer
too
to try and
soft.
get to an exact spot, but it was going where I said. So
Right.
that's where you can feel good to let your stroke out. So back when I used to practice a lot, people be like, "Oh, you're just hitting balls to hard show off."
Right.
No, I'm getting to know my maximum in case I ever need
Right.
it. So that way it's in my little bag of tricks.
Right. Well, and I think that there is a place. I don't like that. You're right on the rail.
Now the cue ball's closer to the rail. It makes getting shape on the 4. He's gonna have to jack up a little bit and punch this.
But I was going to say, it also helps you because you do have, there is a time and a place when you have to stroke the ball and still make it. You know, so if you've never practiced letting your speed out and getting the shape you need. Oh, Scott, we have no control over the closed captions, so if you go to the top right of your screen and click like on the video itself, there's 3 dots.
Good shot.
You pick the word closed caption, and then you can turn them off. But that we don't put those on. That's the Facebook world.
Okay, so I didn't see how the 2 ball was that much higher above the 4, so he slow rolled it, had a great outcome. Easy shape, touch it inside, and boom.
I mean, this is definitely a back and forth here.
Alright, so the score is 4-3. We got an 8-7 race from here. Nice little race to 11 for 300. It's a good way to spend your afternoon.
You did see that Karloz was a little bit frustrated with that last shot, the one you were talking about where he meant to punch it out and he did not. So when he feels like he needs to change something, he's very good about like getting up and going. So he just went, I think he's going to the bathroom to just take his glove off, wash his hands, kind of reset, and come back to it. So Adam, you can go ahead and shoot. You're okay. I know Karloz is a big advocate of anytime something's not working for you, you just have to change something up and hopefully swing the, what is the word, momentum your way.
Good break. But it
Nada.
looks like you broke dry.
Not a tostada. Ooh, I do not like all of this.
But what's that meme? Hold my beer.
Exactly.
No, I'm just kidding.
But
We all know I don't drink.
That 2, 4, 5, 6. But do you like solids better? Because I feel like how do you get the 8 ball out if you're strike?
You shoot the 6 ball with low left, a little firm, you break all that out.
Okay.
So you shoot the 7, you either roll forward 2 rails. I like personally drawing it back about 3 inches. Maybe about 6 inches to be technical.
Jose, yes, this is the famous Mitch. That's funny.
Oh, stop. Not famous at all.
That sultry voice of his.
This stream's for all you lovers out there.
Let's settle on in and take a run.
Oh wow, he went for the breakout right there. See, now again, you're sending one object into 4 balls,
Right, so you
and it
really
already
need to
touched
get it.
3 rails. You better have a Hulk stroke or a lot of juice, and that's the only reason why in those instances I suggested the 6 ball, because you touch the 6, 1 rail and break them out. See, even that was more productive than going to 3 rails
Right,
before.
and now
you
he can shoot the
4 on
4.
the side. And you open up to get bump to 15. Little quick jab, draw stroke, shoot the deuce, and then you're home free. You can save the 5 ball at that point as your out ball to get on the 8 ball. Now remember, I like a little quick jab, draw. There you go. Oh, see, he's hitting a little hard. So now you shoot the 2 ball with low left. You try not to touch the 8. That way all the momentum gets to the rail. And then you touch the 8 coming out. It's fine. You get shape on the 5, the 1, and both of those balls will help get you on the 3.
He is shooting this. He's going right.
Okay, that was just cueing. So now the 1 goes. The question is, does he hit it with inside, bump the 14? Or does he come out, get shape because the 5 no longer goes in the side now? Or is he looking at cutting the 3?
Oh, that's a tougher shot for sure.
Yeah, but on a bar table it doesn't have far to travel. So if you hold your aim on the way to the contact point of the object, it should be pretty true. And that's where most people fully, you think long, you think wrong.
Right.
Great shot. He decided to cue it with low. That way it helped induce the skid the second
So
it
now
touched
he's
the
just
1.
going to slide out, shoot this
No,
3 and
he
slide
can't.
out for the 8, or I mean for the 5? Or you think he's too straight to?
I think he's too straight.
He's putting spin on it.
Yeah.
Well,
but
maybe
now
you have
you're
to cue
jacked
over.
up, slow rolling a ball. If I'm gonna shoot that shot the way he did, I'm gonna hit it firm, draw, bump the 14,
Bump it.
so I'm not on top of it. Alright, so now the way that you cue this in your practice strokes are everything for the success or for failure of this shot. Great shot.
Very nice.
Good speed, good execution, good result.
This is a nightmare shot for a left-handed person, but for a righty, it's fine.
So Joey, if you're still watching, this is where all the spin versus speed that you were discussing, I forget which stream it was, but that'll help induce using speed, or excuse me, spin over speed for shape on a shot.
All right. Now Karloz does break with the BK rush. That was kind of he had the BK2 for a long time, and then when we won the Scotch doubles, Arizona Scotch doubles, you know, with the prize money, we upped to the.
Oh, a lot of action
rush.
on the cue ball. After all that, it got kicked by 3 balls and he's
Yikes.
scratched.
What a
The
bummer.
1 and the 3 are tied up. The 10 and the 7, the 6 and the 12 are tied up. But he has ball in hand, so we'll see which route he chooses. Stripes look like the best option. because you have the 11, the 12, the 15, and the 9, all to break up the 10 ball.
Right. While he is looking, I'm going to do a shameless plug here of if you do appreciate what we're doing, we do this out of the love of the game and love of the sport and trying to get it out there in a positive light. Mitch did come to help us, promote this. So if you so feel inclined to donate to Mr. Mitchell
Good
and
shot.
to K2 today, I will put our PayPal down at the bottom in the comments and pin it so that you guys, even if you only give $1 or $2, helps us continue to do this so that we can get the name of pool out there.
Okay, so it looks like the 7's far enough out of the pocket. He can shoot the 10, make it, and if he misses it, he takes control of the pocket. Much
You
like
kind
the
of
10
almost
ball,
hit it
or
into the
12 ball.
point first and go off of the 7 into the pocket.
Yes. So he's gonna spin it with right to do just that. And even though he didn't make it because of how tight the pocket is, look at the cue ball. Karloz can make good contact with the 6 ball, but that's about it. He has control of the pocket.
Wow, he really locked him up there on the 15. Doesn't give him a whole bunch of options. One of Carlos's friends says the hot dogs are going to need bacon next week. We're having a poker tournament next Saturday here. Got about 20 people so far confirmed to come and play some poker. It's going to be for this gentleman, Raul. It's his birthday, so we're doing it for that and for fun. And so he's saying we're going to...
Happy early birthday, if I could spit it out.
So he's saying you got to win so that we have our hot dogs have bacon.
Okay, sounds good.
Have you ever had a Mexican hot dog?
No.
Oh my God, they're amazing.
Yeah?
They're the most amazing thing. They are, I don't know if
You're
big.
speaking to a fat kid.
So it is a hot dog.
Wow.
It's a hot dog rolled in bacon, put on a fresh baked bun. They make them from scratch. Cover it with cheese ruffles, like crunchy ruffles, and then you can put ketchup or mayo or mustard or jalapenos, whatever. But I love it with the cheese and the ruffle. The ruffles is what makes
Better
it
have
very
a
special.
cardiologist on standby.
But it is probably the best hot dog I've ever caught. They're called Sonoran dogs. They're very
So
good.
he's gonna spin this 12 ball. No, now he's changing his mind, looking like he might stun it. I mean, you could really shoot the 9 ball if you want to. That way it gets you on the 12 ball better. But me personally, I'm spinning this ball with top right.
Yeah, if you
from
use
this
center,
topical
are you going to
review,
run
it's
into
no problem.
the 15, I feel like.
No. That's if you go below center ball.
Okay.
See, he actually hit it with the inside. I didn't care for that.
I think he's going to take the 9 next.
Yeah,
Slide
the 9 gets you
over.
on the 14, but the problem is then you have to shoot the 15, go multiple rails to get on the 8, or shoot a straight draw shot. Oh, he's waiting to go down table. Now, waiting to have that 14 ball last, you have to go 1, 2 rails, it looks like, unless you force
And you're
this
trying
ball.
to come in front of the 1,
And
3, right?
you're
Not
jacked
come behind.
up, you have a jacked up, unstable bridge. So now you have to send it all the way around table while he's got a bunch of blockers.
Yeah, he's
And
looking
remember,
at that 7.
Every time I've said he's tried to hit a ball firm, he has not been successful. So let's see how his law of averages has been going. Alright, that was a great shot.
Yeah.
Well executed, but the problem is now he's got to let the cue ball go up and down to get shape on the
For the side or for all the way down.
Lively the table is. The cue ball's going to slowly come above the 50-yard line on the 8. So it's going to make it a lot tougher. My crazy ass, I'm shooting this with top right going 4 rail, shooting 8 in this side.
He looks like he likes that because he's also cueing the top right.
Oh. Yeah. You really gotta commit to an idea. He looked like he backed off on the amount of right that he put on, so therefore it can throw immediately to the long rail.
So do you, on this one, I know you can make contact with the 8, but for me I see like, oh, you could kick it and put it into this bottom right pocket, but then you don't guarantee a hit, I guess,
Yeah, but
necessarily on the 8.
that don't do you an 8 good. I like 3 railing it behind the 3 balls around the 6 up here in the opposite corner of the cue ball.
Right, so what you're saying is shooting the 8 like here.
Yep.
Here.
Nope, that's...
Well, ish.
Yeah,
Just
ish.
then it
Emphasis
goes
on the ish.
Here, ish. That's the idea of what you're saying.
Mm-hmm.
I always put it up there and then take it off really fast because the players are watching and I don't want to give them any. Off the 5 in the corner. Like this one?
No, that's double tough.
Yes, people are chiming in on the hot dog saying they're way better than the American dog and that you need
Go
to.
1 rail, kick it.
Oh,
go
yeah.
on this side.
So another option Mitch is saying is the kick.
Just going off how
Like
good
this.
he kicked the ball
This.
earlier, the 6
Yeah.
ball off the stripe towards the side. He's ducking, playing safe, tied up those balls. That's a good shot. Karloz has an easy counter. He can punch the 5 ball and just stop the cue
Stick it
ball,
right
weld
there,
him
yeah.
to the 3.
He must have heard you.
Good shot.
Well, like I said, Karloz's game has always been more of a safety game than a super aggressive game. So I'm
But
surprised the
now,
first half
instead
that...
of the... Sorry.
No, I was just going to say surprised the first half he played so aggressively. It seems like he's getting back into what he normally does. Or is this just a 1 rail kick
Okay,
here?
so he called a kick shot. Oh, nope.
Wrong one. He put,
He ended up he put in English
the
he
wrong
didn't need.
English, yeah.
No, it's not necessarily that it was wrong. He was just misjudging how the table plays.
Right.
Your guys' table takes English really well. He thought he was going to have to hold it to hit the proper side of the 8, but he didn't need to.
It actually
He
made
could've
it
used
go
all
back.
the angle.
Mated it? Oh my god. So I feel like that was interesting because with ball in hand, I feel like he didn't quite get where he wanted to be.
Exactly.
So he
That's
is now
being
shooting.
excited that you had a shot. Now
He
he's
is
going to shoot
shooting
it
now.
left-handed. Okay, so now he's back in line.
Yes, we play a game where he has to play left-handed. Gives me a better opportunity.
All right, 5-3-8.
Oh, he almost missed that. All right. Man, talking about those hot dogs, man, I'm hungry. So a big swing here. I'd say Karloz is officially halfway now. Our daughter is upstairs playing, and I can hear her like bouncing around, and I can only imagine the mess I'm gonna go upstairs to.
Big hop on the cue ball from there. Breaking dry. That's the third time. I know all about this playing Joey.
Yes.
Alright, so
Adam is
Adam's
taking a
gonna
potty
take a break.
So since they're breaking, let's read some of their little bios here. Give the players something. So Karloz Chavez said that he started playing when he was 14, like originally just kind of fun at the bar, whatever. But I know that he actually said that he was playing poker, and they were having free poker at the bar, and that when one of him or his friends would get kicked out of the poker, they'd just go hit balls on the table waiting for their friends to finish playing poker or whatever. So he's always been a poker player, and then he just kind of he was hitting balls, and somebody asked him to join the APA, and so then he joined a team, and he started out as a 4-4, and he's now 7-9. Big boy on campus in APA. So that's who he got introduced, or that's how he got introduced to pool. He says that his mentor, his favorite player, is Efren Reyes. He actually did get to play
Can't
Efren
be mad at
Reyes
that.
One pocket. He got to play with Efren Reyes and play one pocket. And he said that they were in Tucson playing Efren. And that everybody got to pick whatever they wanted to play. One rack of 9-ball, one rack of 8-ball, whatever. And people were playing 9-ball, but they were playing so fast, like the rack was over. So he's like, I want to play one rack of 1-ball.
I was there for that.
Yeah, so he said that Efren Reyes made a ridiculous shot to get out on him.
Well, and Adam here was introduced to pool by his father.
And you said you as well, right? That's something you guys have in common.
Yeah, I was as well. His
Joey
mentor,
was.
his coach, is actually Rich Cunningham, who is a familiar name to me.
I was going to ask.
Good player.
You guys can see Corby over there taking photos. That's Mr. Corby sitting over there with Karloz. Does he say that he has...
His favorite player is Ralph Suke.
Nice.
And we went over the kind of Q6 he has.
Karloz says that his favorite player is Mike Sandoval.
Oh, yeah. Money Mike.
Yeah. They actually come over, Mike comes over here often and plays one pocket because we have such small pockets that Karloz and Mike come and play one pocket over here all the time. I'm actually really good at one pocket because you don't have to make balls.
Yeah. Only reason I play is I don't have to make the ball and I can get close.
Right.
Well, I can get close like a mofo.
So I'm like, wait, the object of the game is really to not make balls until it's like super easy? I can do that. Yeah, so speaking of cues, Karloz plays with a Tim Tonkin. It's a custom-made Tim Tonkin. He says it has a girlfriend, like a cue that's made.
If it's a Tonkin, it's a Pete
Tonkin. I call it a Tim Tonkin. It's a Pete
okay.
Tonkin. I don't know why I always call it Tim Tonkin. You're correct, a Pete Tonkin. And he says it was not a cheap cue, and he says it has a girlfriend that he wants. And so my joke was, okay, you can get the girlfriend when I'm your wife. And then he proposed.
Oh. Good incentive.
So that's why we're getting married, so he could get another cue.
Yeah, I like my pool cues just like my women. Big old booties and, oh, nope, sorry, wrong street.
I know yesterday I said something about it's a long and straight shot, and somebody made a comment on the stream.
No, not in the pool world.
I know, right? Something
Good
about
shot.
that's how they like their men as well.
Ooh.
Ooh, this
Cue
is
ball
a
got
square
away
shot
from him.
here.
The rail's still kind of lively.
So
he's
to
gonna
avoid this, you have to shoot it with
shoot
low.
the 4 ball.
And with low, right? To avoid
No.
the...
Actually, yes, now that I look.
Yeah, because to me that if you shoot that with top, it's going to go in the pocket. Center ball, you might hit the point. I don't know.
No. There's no hitting the point there. It's just in the drink. And again, I think it's showing a little bit of an advantage for who the home court is.
Mm-hmm.
He's spinning to the side. This is a good shot. Oh no, played
Oh,
safe.
wait.
But the cue ball got away from him. Now it looks like the 11 does not have a pocket.
So he's going to have to shoot the 10.
Shoot the
Yeah.
10 and play safe because of all the balls that are in play for Karloz's advantage.
Right. That's something that I had to learn as a newer player, that the more balls you have on the table, the better, actually, in some, if you have 5 balls and they only have 1, you're actually at a higher advantage. But when I was a lower rated player, I would have been like, I was so close, I only had 1 ball left on the table. But that's not quite how it works.
I don't know if I would have done that with the 10 ball.
I think that he was trying to use the 8 ball as a blocker so he couldn't see anything.
He was, but to where he was pointing his finger, he could have got there, closed the 11 close to the 8, closes the gap on the 6,
Right.
and then the cue ball still gets to the top rail. And then you have two blockers. See, he was trying to block the 13.
Mm-hmm.
Good cue ball and forcing him to shoot the 10.
And I'm looking at Adam does say that 8 ball is his favorite game.
Yes,
and
it is.
And it's Karlos's favorite game as well. So it's kind of nice to see two people who actually really enjoy the game playing. Because I know sometimes we have people here that they're here because the other person said they wanted to play 10 ball or whatever, but they don't really enjoy the game, and you can kind of tell. So here, having 2 players that actually enjoy playing is evident, I feel like.
Good shot. Yeah. Karloz is looking to take a 7-4 advantage. Or, excuse me, 7-3 with a 4-game deficit. That was where I was getting the 4.
I was like 7 minus 3. Yes, is 4.
My mind's not working.
So with this, where does he want? Just draw it back just slightly for the 14, maybe?
Yeah, so you can shoot the 13 as a punch, get shaped on the 14 if you're on the high side.
Then you use it to break the
and break
12.
him out, which is what he's looking at. Oh, he's going to do it now.
He's going to do it now. Well, that's good, because then you have a potential backup. Not like that.
But that's where you need to know where your cue ball's going every inch.
I am surprised that this is the kind of music that he's listening to right now.
cue ball did get a rail.
It did hit a rail, 13 in the rail. That was a risky shot, I feel like, because if you didn't make contact, you're giving that ball in hand.
Looks like the 3 ball goes. The 4 ball doesn't have a pocket unless the cue ball's on the bottom rail, shooting it up to where Adam's standing.
So Derek, you're asking about submitting the games into Fargo. We actually have talked to Fargo because there were a lot of, we've been doing a match every single day for almost 6 months. So we have a ton of matches right here. And we had people who didn't have a Fargo or whatever it may be, and they were asking, can we submit their matches into Fargo? So we emailed Fargo and spoke to Mike, and he said that yes, we can submit the games as long as they were streamed, which we stream all of our matches. So it though costs $10 per match to submit it. So we're giving the players who want to have their games submitted, if they give us $10, we will submit their game. So yes, we can, to answer your question, Mr. Derek, we can submit the matches into Fargo if the players are willing to pay $10 to have it submitted. Which I think is crazy because the tournaments are free, so I don't know. I don't know why.
Slow rolling the 9. And then banking the 12 looks like it's going to be its only option. Or you can cut the 9 all the way up table into the corner, send the cue ball to the long rail with right, and play the 4 into the 12 and break it out. Oh, thank you.
I feel like you're struggling with them.
The fan was blowing them.
I don't know, Joey. That's just what they said. They said that we are now...
That's what he tried.
He did try.
And notice every time one of these gentlemen try to swing firm, the accuracy goes down.
Yeah, I'm not sure why they said that they're going to charge us, Joey, but they said they're coming out with an app that you can now submit the games directly into Fargo via the app, but that the app is going to charge you $10 per match to enter.
At the end of the day, it's about the dollar. Let it be free for a few years, and now if you want to pay to match up with someone and use Fargo, they got to get their dues.
To me, I think we're actually making it less work for Fargo because we're now entering it. They're not having to manually enter it from an Excel spreadsheet, so they should pay us. Is that not the way that works? So 6 into the rail, into the 9, into the pocket.
Yes. And actually, probably more into the 9, believe it or not.
Oh, okay.
So that way,
9
going off the rail, it changes the trajectory. I'm tongue-tied.
Trajectory.
There we go. Okay, so he did go off the rail. That's the only reason I don't like it is how much the 9 came up.
Right. Had a potential to block the shot, but he got lucky. All right.
See, now it's 7-4.
All right. Still 6-4, but it's okay. House only has 6.
Oh.
If he would have won this, it would have been 7.
I'm tripping. Don't mind me, guys.
Oh, I gave him a 765% chance.
Oh, nice.
That's a good point, Joey, saying that Fargo used to be getting money every week from BCA to enter, but now that there's no BCA, they're maybe trying to recoup some losses from 6 months of being no matches.
Fair enough.
So what I hear him saying is that we should wait until league starts back up and then submit them.
Pool players already thinking of moves.
See, and that's what I was saying, Derek. Why can we enter in an entire tournament and it doesn't cost us, but it does if we're going to do single matches? So we should just submit it as a tournament bracket.
Well, that, and it stops a lot of people saying, or
nice
sandbagging.
Safety. Right. That was a nice safety there, I feel like.
That was kind of tasty.
Yeah, because he's now forced to go into the... He's forced to shoot in this direction first. Yeah, so he's looking going there and then coming this direction.
Yeah, see, he did the proper measurement to see where he needed to hit.
Using that mirror method.
He forgot to account for table dynamics. Rails super lively. You were very close to the rails, so you have to open it up a little bit to anticipate for the variable change.
Right. See, Joey's helping me here. He goes, enter 2-player brackets in challenge. Which then that only cost me $2 instead of $10, so. What's happening? I was like, why would you put the cue ball there?
Well, he wanted to get to the 12 ball knowing he can use the other balls to break up the 11.
I was like, there's no 3 foul here. Trying to force him to break out that 5-11, I feel like, with the shot.
The 9 ball blocked the 14. He can now use the 13, the 14, or the 9 to break up the 11. So now it's just breathing room. Wow. Yes, if he wants to make the easy hit the 5 ball, and then maneuver the cue ball to get safe. I like spinning the 5. Oh, ball in hand. Yeah, I was gonna say I like spinning the 5 to the bottom rail to lift the 9 up. The 5 ball blocks the pocket. The cue ball comes up the 11 up table, and the deuce is blocking the 14. Just come in a straight line out of those balls and kind of play containing safe. Call the 5 in case it goes off the 9.
Coming at the 11 now, right?
Yep. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Talking about that momentum, as you say. He did bump it, but you know what? He's been very accurate with his kicking, so I'm sure he could pocket this 9 ball.
Yeah, but it doesn't make it any better. It diminishes your confidence and your ability to stay positive when you're at the table.
Right. He hit the 8 first, and I was not watching, Ray. I was actually reading a message, so.
So now he's got to spin this kick with left. Alright, everything's out in the open. See what Karloz does. 3 balls his first shot. He uses to roll forward, get shape on the 6-7, and then work his way down table back to the 8. I like going 1 rail with top right. He decided to put left, get specifically on the deuce or the 1. Yeah. Little love bump on the 4. I like shooting the 5 ball now. Touch it inside, come up the center, you're guaranteed to be on the 4. Okay, now you can hit it with top left. Oh, he's going 2 ball first to get down on the 5. Eight in the side. All right.
All right.
See, I've been predicting the future the whole time. 7-4.
You knew it. Which ironically is the score and the race.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So earlier it was a 75-25 percentage, and now it seems like we are back to that. Pretty darn close, 77-23, which again is I think is pretty good on Karloz's part, because he did start out at a big deficit, 68-42 or something, 32.
No, it was 39-61 with a 22% difference.
Oh. You know what, though? Look at this one pocket break. Oh, yeah, 72 point. Look at this one pocket break.
No, I'm just kidding.
Okay, so shoot the 6 now.
But how?
The 10, 13, 14, 6 combo. You don't.
No, I like it, but why?
Well, because if you don't, how are you going to get to it later? I guess you could shoot the 3.
You could shoot the 15-6, but then it sends the 15 to stay there and block the pocket, so the 3 might not go. You can send the 13 into the 3, tie it up. So the reason I like shooting the combo is that the 13 goes into the 15, sends the 15 away from the 6, then you're pretty much home free. So he's taking one of his trouble balls, being the 5. Then he's going to shoot the 3 into the 6.
The 3-6.
The reason I don't like this is
now
because
you
might not have a clean shot after all the debris settles.
Well, and I feel like it's going to send the 15 up to the 4 and might tie up another ball.
Again, like I said, you might not like the debris when it settles.
Right. All right. Yes, John, I forgot to change the screen. So I hit the 3 button to change the camera angles. So I accidentally gave him 753% to win. That is home field advantage, apparently. I don't like that he's leaving that 3-6 to the end, though, either. Because then you don't have anything.
I think he's gonna shoot the 7 and then finesse it. And I don't like finessing it because you know why.
Mm-hmm.
Balls will end up settling or not doing exactly what you want, and then you have to improvise. Okay, so what are you gonna do now? Slow roll it, leave the 3 there. Cue ball touches the rail with inside, and you have to hit it so delicate and accurate.
I think that, to me, it looks almost gonna.
But
wow.
All right, so the 3 ball might not go, and this is what I'm talking about. Hitting it so soft and delicate, and even if it does go, you have to hit it hard and hope to come out of there and get a shot. But now you just...
Yep, that's what I didn't like about that.
See?
So Karloz has jumped on the stream, apparently from the chair, and he said, his comments come up as K2 Productionz, so he said, I think I'm just going to give him ball in hand on every break.
Focus on your match.
I think that makes it, that's his frustrated comment. I don't think that that's a serious comment, obviously. So being a lefty here, I actually don't mind the jump to make the 4 ball.
He heard you. He's calling the bank on the deuce. I don't like this.
But he's jump banking? I like jumping. Just straight jumping. Oh,
hit it
that was
really
a great shot, though.
Yeah, he hit it really good. Just